We play your new and old R&B, funk, and soul.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our program today. I am Kira Schaefer, and Todd Schaefer is here with me.
Hello.
We're going to talk about the fear of technology today. And, you know, whether you're running a business or whether you are just learning about new applications or you're learning about different features, I want you to know that technology is here to stay. We are going to keep developing, and the cool thing about technology in any form is that it is intended to help you. Now, I have this really deep fear of artificial intelligence. I'm not going to lie. My husband, I call them robots, and I think they're going to take over the world. All right, so I just wanted to get that out of the way. But I do have this this little bit of irrational fear. The thing about it is, which is interesting, is that yes, this technology has been designed in order to help us, but technology isn't always easy to use. And I'm one of those people that I'm not going to go out and buy the next iPhone immediately. I'm going to wait for them to work out all the bugs first. I'm going to sit and just kind of, see what happens. And there's a tremendous amount of marketing around technology as well. I think this is just a little, I don't know if it's a myth buster or not, but it certainly is an awareness piece. They did a study where they did all of the iPhones, whatever iteration they're in now, like iPhone 8 or 7 or something. And then they pretended to launch another iPhone, and it was actually just the iPhone 1. And everybody went nuts for it. They were like, oh my God, it's so small, and da-da-da-da. And it was so interesting because it all still had the same functionality. But they were pricing it really high. And it was a really good social experiment because of that more mentality. So I'm not really speaking to that so much, but I do want you guys to have awareness that some of these things come out, and based off of the marketing, it just seems like it's the newest, next, baddest, most wonderful thing ever. But in actuality, it's just repackaged technology that we've had for a really long time. So when it comes to the fear of technology, a lot of us tend to, I know at least for me, tend to feel a little nervous. Because even with I did a Wix website, and Todd had to actually sit me down. Do you remember that? He sat me down, he held my hand, and we worked on putting together a Wix website. Now, of course, I'm amazing at Wix, and it's super easy, and I love it. But initially, I was like, I don't want to do it this way. This isn't how I've always done it. And I don't feel comfortable. And so the thing about technology is that there is tons of information everywhere. So whatever it is that you're needing to learn how to do, let's say you just want to learn how to do something. Like I want to put a form on my website that helps direct people to an email autoresponder. Then just go to YouTube and write in email autoresponders forms and then see what comes up. And I know that seems like maybe a lot of legwork, but everything you need to know is on YouTube. Everything you could ever even imagine trying to learn how to do is on YouTube. We just got a bearded dragon whom we can't name yet. You haven't quite gotten his personality down yet. And so I went on YouTube and I started looking up everything there is to know about bearded dragons, and it was all there. I actually was surprised at how much information is out there about bearded dragons. So let yourself at least explore the opportunity that you have in front of you to make your life more simple.
I love that. And I remember a time when, years ago, not all that long ago, maybe a decade, give or take, where probably earlier than that, but where if I wanted to learn how to do something, I had to buy a manual
Yeah,
like,
right.
Like from my Jeep, working on my Jeep, I was looking for manuals and stuff and scouring around. But now, I mean, they don't even sell anymore. I mean, everything is online or on a website or a blog or definitely on YouTube. I mean, from anything from cooking to working underneath a Jeep to taking care of my plants to whatever, I have found the most obscure videos on very specific searches that have given me the answers that I wanted on YouTube. And the best part is there's a ton of variety of beginner and intermediate and advanced on all different things. I mean, if you look up how to use Microsoft Excel for beginners on YouTube, you'll find a whole bunch of videos of just random people explaining how to just navigate around in Excel in a very easy to understand way. If you want to search, Microsoft Excel for advanced users, you could find that out. And I guarantee, no matter where you're at with anything, with any topic, whether it's just learning how to change your oil for the first time on a certain kind of vehicle, or taking your vehicle apart and putting it back together, those resources are out there via technology on YouTube for any make and model you can pretty much find. And there's I don't know, thousands of hours of video being uploaded per day.
Yeah.
So wherever you're at in your business or for whatever you're trying to figure out, use Google and YouTube are your friends, your best friends. I've saved tens of thousands of dollars in business just going onto YouTube or just doing some Google searches. And you'll find out that when you do searches, you'll find better ways to word and phrase what you're looking for based on the results you find from your first search. And so you might find like a few searches in, I was like, oh yeah, that's how that's said. I said it this way, but as I do some searches, I find that, okay, this is really the term that people use for that. Oh, so I'll search on that, and then more results show up, and you start looking at those results and find out, okay, this is really what I was looking for. Like for example, how to use email marketing, right? You might find results that say how to set up your own email marketing campaign. So you search for that phrase, how to set up an email marketing campaign. And then you start finding even more targeted results, and then you go to YouTube and you say, how to set up an email marketing for free for beginners. And then you find 50 videos that you can look at and that teach you how to do that. So, and the great thing about looking at different videos, it's not to get stuck on any one thing, but actually, especially if you're an intuitive, is to look at the different patterns, the different types of advice that people give. And you'll find that a pattern emerges for general best practices that most people do. And if you see a number of people doing they might have a different flavor on how they approach things, but if you see that they generally do the same basic steps to get started, it's probably safe for you to try to start doing those basic steps, right? You don't have to rely on just one person's advice.
Right.
You can't go to your best friend who knows nothing about email marketing and try to get answers they don't have. Right. Go to people on YouTube. They're giving away information for free all the time, and a lot of times they just want subscribers, and I mean, who cares? Like their video. Look at how many people have viewed a video. Look how many likes there are on the video versus dislikes. I mean, that's kind of a social proof that tells you, and it gives you an indication of how high quality a video that is, how good the information is, for example. So don't be afraid of technology. The information's out there, and just through a little bit of testing and measuring of trying different ways of looking it up, you can eventually find the information that you're looking for.
That's the truth. And the cool thing about this is that things like you wouldn't, like he said, that the very obscure things that aren't really, out there. You don't think they're out there. They actually are. So that's incredibly helpful. And I'd like to just segue real quickly into Facebook Lives, because this is the other thing that I think scares a lot of people when it comes to technology. Okay, and that is saying something online for everyone to see, and what if I mess up? So for our telesummits, what we do is, for our books that we produce, our collaborative books, is we have our authors be a part of this week-long telesummit where they just pop on for 20 minutes during that week to give some good informational content, which is called content marketing. By the way, we'll get into that some other time. And they provide this information which helps make them more accessible to people, to the readers, as well as drive traffic to potentially to their website, and for people to want to buy from them. Well, with Facebook Lives, the thing that I've noticed the most is that, one, people are scared of the technology. They're afraid they're not going to be able to use it, or it's going to make them look stupid if they come on. And then the other one is that commitment to the message that they're saying, and they can't change their mind later, which is untrue. You can always change your mind, and as a matter of fact, I even suggest or recommend to people in this is, I'll even tell them, I'll say, put a caveat in there. I'm still learning this. I'm still on this journey. I might change my mind tomorrow, and that'd be okay, especially when it comes to those really deep things. But when it comes to technology, just learn it. Learn how to get on there, and that's one of the main things that I teach people, is how to do a Facebook Live. People can do it on Instagram, on YouTube, all that kind of stuff too, but my main platform right now is Facebook. And just get out there and try it. Make a mistake, you can always delete it. And I also have a practice group that I put my authors in so that they can play around with the feature of Facebook Live. So, and I've also had authors create their own private group where there's no one else in the group but them to go in and practice doing these kind of live things online. So technology is here for you. It is your friend. It is meant to help you. Let it cut down on some of your time management issues, and I promise you it will get easier and easier all the time. And it's okay to still be afraid of robots.
It's okay to be afraid of robots. Robots!
It is okay to still be a little bit cautious of AI.
That should be the title.
That should be the title. Cautious.
What the heck is this podcast really about? Don't be afraid of AI.
AI. Cautiously optimistic.
That is our podcast for today. Thanks everyone for joining us, and we will definitely be seeing you next time. Thank you, Kira, for all the great information. This is really empowering information for people.
You're welcome, Todd.
All right. We'll see you next time. Thanks.
Have you ever considered being a published author? At As You Wish Publishing, we help make book publishing accessible for aspiring authors. Take a look at our website at www.asyouwishpublishing.com and look at our collaborative books that you may want to be a part of.